Counselor? There's a raccoon stuck in the vending machine.
That's so annoying. I wanted a snack.
Welcome to Trail Mix.
Our mini episodes from Camp Counselors podcast.
Each week, the stories come from you, our Camp Shady Birch campers.
We want to hear your juicy gossip,
Top secret confessions,
embarrassing and scary stories.
and sprinkle in our sage counselor advice.
Trail Mix is for the campers.
And God, do we love ya.
Hey, happy campers!
Welcome back to Trail Mix.
This is our mini episode where we read listeners submitted stories brought to you by listeners just like you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. If my voice sounds shaky, it's because so is my arm. I just used the leaf blower to handle some of the pine needles that were all over the driveway. And nobody tells you how difficult that is to do when they're all sopping wet.
It was truly an act of stamina and an act of self-care and an act of selflessness and an act of love. You have a lot of acts going on, and I'm grateful. I pulled in the driveway. I said, oh, no, my man got after it.
Thank you. I have a lot of acts going on, and I have an axe to grind because I did spray a puddle that got all over me. Some got on my lip, a little bit in my mouth.
Oh, no.
And then the giant hairdryer died.
I actually want to back that up for a second and talk about rogue water. Now, campers, all of us have experienced a rogue splash at least once in our life, and it almost makes you want to go inside and say the day is over.
It does. Oh my God, in New York during the summer when there was like AC units in Manhattan that would a mystery drip, nobody's needing it.
When the mystery drip would drip in between your face and the sunglasses, it was like the Matrix bullet.
And
like the precision of that drip, it was insane.
That became far too common. Like that was like it was happening a lot in the summer.
My rogue water happened a few weeks ago when that dog scratched me at the lake, at the camp lake.
And you know what? I haven't seen you past midnight on a full moon. Where have you been?
You don't want to, honey.
Where have you been?
I've been in the fridge. Okay. You want to call me out? I'm hungry, bitch.
No, literally, you joke about that, but that has been me. I've gotten up consistently every night/morning around like 1:30 a.m. You want to know what I housed last night?
Ramen noodles.
No, we were out because that was the night before. Last night, technically this morning, first meal of the day, a mini bag of Cheetos.
Why don't you just finish your dinner? Because every time we get dinner, we eat dinner, you eat like a bird. And you're like, I'm good. And then it's like 11:30 and you're making second dinner.
That's just, I'm intuitive eating, you know?
Okay.
Like if I'm waking up out of my slumber to pee and something's like, oh, we have more space in here. Like I'm gonna.
What do you do when you get up? Like if I don't do that, like I'm in bed, I'm in bed. What are you doing after?
Well,
you on your phone?
I am a pissy girl. I get up and I have to piss a lot. I have this tiny bladder and a tiny frame, and I'm constantly peeing everywhere. No, I get up and sometimes if I'm still like awake, I will just sit on my phone. I watch some YouTube videos
with the headphones in. Where am I?
Yeah, I'll have my headphones in. Last night I didn't. And so Nicki Minaj was screaming on TikTok Live. And I was across the room. I was like, oh, I need to run and turn that off.
Okay.
Surprisingly, you did not wake up.
No, I sleep like a log. I got that trazodone in my blood. I'm knocked out. Baby's on that Trazzy. Baby's asleep. Don't worry about
the Trazzy.
Come on, let me give it a little name.
Trazzy.
That's like a Nicki Minaj lyric. I'm on that Trazzy. Bobazzy.
Trazzy Barker.
Oh my God. Okay, well, one thing about us, we're not going to rap for you, but what we are going to do on today's episode is read your stories. So thank you so much for contributing. If you're unaware, this is our mini episode. Okay, we're going to read your stories. This episode is dedicated to our camper community. And if you'd like to be a part of our show, you can send any of your stories in to campcounselorspodcast.com or campcounselorspod@gmail.com, and you just might make the show. Should we get into today's stories?
Let's get into it.
I have a story about a camper finding out that kindness may be costing them their fridge.
That sounds like me. I've got a story about a camper who learned that some guests never leave.
Oh, and I have a tale of a camper who learned crisis management through carbs. Let's get into it.
Are we qualified to be giving advice? No. Are we going to do it anyway? Absolutely.
Welcome back to Dear Counselors. Ooh, do you have an inquiry, a question, something tugging at your heartstrings? Ask us. We'll help you or give you some advice.
And we like to think we do.
This camper writes in, "Hey counselors, obsessed with the pod and love you too, but I gotta get to the point because I'm finding it hard to be happy and grateful right now, but love you for real."
Okay, so this is like in the heat of the moment. I love that.
Oh yeah,
It's like you're angry. This probably should be a text to somebody, and we will gladly accept it in our inbox.
I think when you rage write us, sometimes it's better.
Honestly, campers, if something happens that pisses you off, think to yourself, I'm not going to internalize, but I'm not going to text that person. I'm going to email the camp counselors.
Yep. And we'll read it here. So our camper writes, "Names have been changed. I have been friends with Claire since middle school. We are both 29 now and have stayed close at all times. Claire is going through a messy divorce, like really messy. Her ex has been unpredictable, and I didn't feel right letting her deal with it alone. About 4 weeks ago, I told her she could live with me while the legal stuff is being dealt with. She needed a friend, and I knew we would have movie nights and drink wine, maybe play Mancala while watching Doctor Who, the whole bit.
Oh, hell yeah.
She moved in, and it felt good to help her out. Our gracious, gracious camper."
No, honestly, you are such an angel, and God is watching, and those gates of heaven are going to be like warmed the fuck up for you.
And it's tough because some of the cabins are being fumigated right now, and you have a lot of people in your cabin right now, and you're being gracious.
I didn't tell you, but I'm moving in just by choice.
Well, yeah, because you like to just test the waters with different cabins and kind of just feel the vibe out of our community.
And I found some Mancala marbles at the bottom of a fishbowl, and I just want to test them out.
Oh my God, the same people making the Mancala game boards are also big fish pharma.
It's really an interesting industry. It's like Beck.
Yeah,
lighters
Bic
and
does
pencils.
it all.
What are you doing?
Let's do pens,
lasers,
and let's do lasers, and let's do razors. Pens. Wait, oh no, I was going to do a rhyme, but I forgot. It's lighters and razors. That doesn't rhyme. Let's get back to this.
Okay.
I work long, exhausting shifts as a nurse. God bless you.
No, you aren't.
Our medical campers. So meal prepping on Sundays, sometimes twice a week if I can, is the only thing that keeps me from eating cereal for dinner. Oh my God, strong mama. I label everything and plan out my week carefully. The first week Claire was here, I came home after a 12-hour shift to find out that one of my containers was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Claire admitted she ate it. Okay, fine. I brushed it off. She was going through a lot. When it happened again, I sat her down, told her gently that I really depended on those meals. I wasn't mad at her, but I don't have time to make my own dinner while she lays on the couch watching Hulu. See, like, that's the kind of stuff that you write in the heat of the moment. Like, you...
Yeah, that was a detail that you didn't need to write.
No, but actually you did, because the way that she ate this, the way that she's been disrespectful twice, we're going to throw the Hulu in there. Because I actually get this camper. Because I'm going to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, because your ass is on Hulu while my ass is in the ER. Okay?
No, dead ass.
Let's not do this.
You're saving lives, and I'm sorry that you're hard.
And your friend's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll get to
I'll
that.
save it. Let's get to it.
Okay, so she seemed genuinely apologetic. Okay, I'll let it go. And I thought we cleared the air. Well, tonight, as our camper writes, I come home to find Claire and her sister on my couch eating my meal prep once again.
Not the sister.
Wait, the sister grabbed a Tupperware? No, because I'm pissed.
Wait, I'm sorry. How did you get here? Was it in a car that could have gone through a drive-through, or stopped in a parking lot at a local grocer?
I didn't even know what to say. Do we have to have this convo again? We're almost 30. I know she is down bad right now, but damn, I can't spend my paycheck on takeout and come home after a 12-hour shift to an empty fridge. I'm stuck between being compassionate and being completely taken advantage of. Counselors, I'm writing this now with a PB&J crumbs on my keyboard.
Oh, no.
Signed, hungry and hateful. No cabin. She's like, I'm keeping this on.
We're going to sit her down and say, Claire Bear, I'm sorry. We're in this conversation again because of your actions.
I would say now you're entitled to financial compensation.
Yeah.
3 meals. Now we're arranging around, I'm saying we're north of $12, maybe $15.
How good of a cook is Claire Bear? Because maybe you could be like, hey, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. I was thinking about testing out this recipe, but I'm so exhausted from work. Do you want to give it a stab? And maybe that could really be a healing journey. It's giving Julie and Julia, she's going through this tough time, and she can find herself at the bottom of a roast beef.
This is so good. Okay. You can do it 2 ways. You can be a bitch about it because you deserve to be. Like, I'm not, you should be mad. Okay. But if you really feel like she's really fragile right now and you just can't put yourself through that, maybe instruct her that she needs to start cooking because she needs to fill her time. She needs to help you out, contribute to the home. It's been 4 weeks. You were in the right for being upset by this. I don't know how precarious this is. So it's kind of up to you on how you really want to deal with this. I think the cooking thing is a really smart solution, though. Make her do the meal prep.
Yeah, but I think if you kind of angle it in a way that's like, oh my God, you should try this. Like really cheer her on and maybe that would work. That's the sense that I'm giving that we might need to do for her.
Yeah, she needs some redirection. Her life's in shambles and she also owes you $15. So maybe take her out to dinner and then make her pay. I don't know. She should be wanting to pay. She's living in your house. I can't deal with a mooch. I've always hated a mooch.
Also, where's the sister living? Does she have an extra room? Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages.
Attention campers, it's your counselor Zachariah, and I'm hitting the road with my brand new live comedy show, the 2025 Big Back Behavior Tour. From the mind of your favorite husky jean wearing big bone baddie, it's gonna be a night of stand-up, wigs, characters, wigs, lots of wigs. And don't worry, Jonathan's opening for me. Call that a Camp 2-for-1 special. So come through and kick your little feet, laugh with us, and you better be barking. We're heading to 25 cities across North America, so click the link in the show notes to see if we're coming to your city. And grab your tickets now before they sell out.
And now, back to the show.
Scary stories around the campfire.
Welcome back to Scary Stories Around the Campfire. You campers love to be spooky and creepy and freaky. Great feedback. Everybody's like so scared and shaking and quaking in their oats with these stories. So if you have a scary story during the month of October, we're reading scary stories only. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
First off, I love you both. I've been a camper since February of 2024. That's very specific.
Well, no, she knows her dates, and I love that camper.
It was February 17th. I was looking out the window.
The day before your birthday.
It was. It just came to me, you know. I was also at night one in Buffalo, New York. Amazing show.
Thank you. Buffalo is freaky gal, you Buffalo Wing addicts.
My best friend and I went together, and oddly enough, this scary story is about her. Okay, so when I read this through the first time, I didn't process this, and now I'm reading it again, and I'm like, okay, that's extra spooky. Okay, so the friend was with us. We were in the same room. Let's go back, all the way back. Summer of 2014. Best summer ever. My best friend, let's call her Callie, my sister, who we will call B, and I lived in a small ass apartment. B had the biggest room. I had a room the size of a closet. And Callie, she had the couch and her stuff stored in the downstairs closet. But we made it work and paid close to nothing. Now for some spooky context. I like to say I'm spiritually connective or spirit sensitive. I feel and hear spirits and sometimes see. I refuse to believe that I see anything. But this apartment definitely had more than 3 tenants. At the time, Callie was seeing this guy, John, who gives me the creeps. Bald, glasses, evil stare. When he came around, I made sure I was upstairs in my small-ass room, making up dances at the age of 23. John was odd and kind of unfortunate. Everyone around him seemed to be terminally ill, ? His mother had gotten cancer and sadly passed away. His wife had had leukemia, also passed away. His sister had a mysterious brain tumor and was not doing well. Some may call it a curse, but I believe an evil spirit may be following him. Yes, it's sad, but he was not the best person. John spent the night, and Callie asked if I could drive him to work the next morning. Of course, I said yes. When I got up that morning, I come downstairs, and they both looked terrified. I asked what was wrong. John said, "Your house is haunted." I wanted to say, no shit, you probably brought your evil spirits here, but of course I asked, what happened? They told me that in the middle of the night, they heard noises. It started as a tapping, but evolved into a loud, scary banging coming from the basement. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is down there to even make that possible. When they tried to brush it off and fall back asleep, the room filled with light. Callie's laptop had turned on and started playing the movie Evil Dead. For campers who don't know, Evil Dead is a movie about an evil spirit that possesses a group of friends in a house, leading to their gruesome deaths. As I said before, I already believed a demon had been following John, so I internally freaked out. But I just said, well, we better get going then. I dropped John off, but honestly was a little afraid to go home, so I stayed out all day. Later in the evening, when Callie was home, she called me. I still hadn't been back to the house. But Callie's voice sounded terrified on the phone. She told me when she was in the bathroom, she heard something. A voice, low, loud, and demonic, but clear as day, saying, hello. She had goosebumps and screamed, but nothing was there. Well, nothing she could see. I made the decision to sleep at my friend Tristan's. No way in hell I was going home after that. Then, that night, at 2 a.m., Callie calls again, crying and obviously shaken up. She said since I was staying out, she wanted to sleep in a bed instead of the living room couch, so she chose my bed. She was fast asleep when she woke to the feeling of someone getting into bed with her. She said she felt someone brush up against her. She turned around and said, Shauna? And realized no one was there. As she's telling me this, I froze with my phone to my ear. I didn't know what to say. She eventually calmed down and hung up. I stayed out that night. The next day, I went to work and told my 50-year-old work mom all about Callie, her demonic lover, and the strange occurrences we'd been experiencing after he stayed with us. She, too, was into spirituality and had a small bundle of sage in her bag at all times. She had experienced something similar and offered to come over and sage the house to ward off any lingering spirit. Naturally, I said yes, what's the worst that could happen? After work, my coworker got in the car and we went straight to my house, where Callie and B were already there. My coworker entered and went through the house, saying she could feel a negative energy. She didn't know why, but she had a sense that there was a spirit of an old woman. I don't know, I just went with it. As soon as she spoke this out loud, we heard something coming from the upstairs hallway. The hallway, no one was in. I was terrified. As we got closer to the sound, we saw something moving near the window. The plastic wand used to open the blinds was gently swinging, back and forth, back and forth. We all froze in fear. I grabbed it to make it stop, but when I let go, it began moving again. We ran back down to the first floor. At this point, we were all freaked out. My work mom grabbed the sage from her bag, and as soon as she pulled it out, we heard the banging coming from the basement. Every hair on my body stood up.
Oh my God, why is this house like on surround sound right now with the ghosts?
My coworker asked if she could go down there. We said, go ahead, girl. None of us were brave enough to do it. But when she reached for the doorknob, it wouldn't open. It wasn't locked from our side. But the thing is, counselors, this door does not have a lock on the other side. My coworker knocked on the door and bravely said, release the door.
Release the door. I would have just laughed. Sorry.
And just like that, the door flung open on its own. I'm not sure what happened. A rush came over me and it felt like I was blacking out, but we all slowly walked down the stairs, step by step, and nothing was there. Just then, B and I smelled something familiar. Not the sage, but something we hadn't smelled in a long time. Our grandmother's perfume. Only problem is, she's been deceased for 12 years. B and I looked at each other and we both took it as a sign that she was there and helped us with whatever evil spirit was there.
Oh, so grandma wasn't the ghost. Grandma was just like, she stepped in.
Protect our mama.
GG.
My coworker saged the basement, and when we went back upstairs, everything felt lighter. I was leaving to take my coworker to her house and pick up my new Nana buddy to relieve some stress. And just then, my phone rang. It was Callie, crying and shaken up yet again. She told me that while she was taking a bath, the power went out.
Girl, maybe let's not take a bath right after that paranormal activity. Like, that just seems a little too, like, indulgent right now. Like, take a quick hot shower and go for a walk. Like, she's like, let me light a candle and, like marinate in this, like, poison.
No, she needs to, like, it felt lighter.
She's probably trying to, for what, a minute?
At this point, I think John's evil spirit had latched to her. When I came home with my Nunu Nana buddy, the house was dark. I called for Callie, no reply. But in the darkness, there was a glow of light. We slowly walked towards it to find Callie sitting on the couch, staring at her laptop screen. I asked her, "What are you doing?" She calmly replied, "Watching the movie." She only had the Google homepage up. I just nodded and said, "Okay," and I went upstairs. Turns out the power hadn't gone out, but the lights were turned off. I was too freaked out to Nunu Nana, so after a while it was time to say goodbye to my buddy, and Callie was asleep on the couch. That night, I was too afraid to sleep. I put SpongeBob on YouTube, kept my lights on, and probably slept 2 hours. The next morning, I went to work, and Callie texted me asking if I slept. I told her no, I was too scared that she was possessed by a demon. She replied, "Shauna, the weirdest thing happened. I sleepwalked last night, and I woke up at the bottom of your stairs." I have goosebumps typing this out now. I emailed a company who performs exorcism explaining my roommate is now possessed and I need your help. They never replied, and Callie is now having her first baby at 40. Maybe the baby will be possessed. Who knows? As for John, they cut ties. This is Rosemary's baby ass.
The way that this is it done?
Assigned the camper who will be performing exorcisms in cabin 666.
You actually are out. You're actually not allowed at camp. Both of you guys are you're the first campers to be excommunicated.
No,
I can't have this at the camp.
This
I
is
can't.
so scary knowing that there was a demon in our audience. But it's kind of like, did I make you laugh?
Jonathan, don't. We've already talked about this. Do not play around with this.
I'm not playing around with
it stresses me
anything.
out. Campers, I'm glad you're alive. The way that this story had 17 million instances of just dark-sided energy, I don't mess. What is it? The veil between this world and the past
is thinnest on All Hallows Eve.
Well, I think it's thin right now. The way the veil was up in that house.
No,
there
yeah,
was
it
no
like,
veil.
They were looking through the blinds.
All I
like,
can say is,
Release the door.
Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages. This ad is brought to you by Viiv Healthcare, the makers of Apretude, Cabotegravir. You never skip your SPF, and you carry hand sanitizer like an accessory. But what are you doing for HIV prevention? One way to help protect yourself from HIV is Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of getting HIV in adults and adolescents weighing at least 77 pounds. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing may be needed. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Apretude as scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Apretude if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. The most common side effect is injection site reaction. Bring your A game and talk to your doctor. Learn more at apretude.com or call 1-888-240-0340. And now, back to the show.
Get out of the water and onto the dock. You're not going to believe what I just heard.
welcome back to Gossip Doc.
Let's lighten it up.
Yeah, that story was so haunting that we actually could not end on that note.
No, it was dark. That was spooky.
For the corporate girlies going to clock in, they're like, okay, it's
It's like
8:30. I'm
7
pissed.
I
Like,
can't.
don't do that to us right now. Jonathan loves to just soak everything in this dark energy. I'm like, not everyone loves that, okay?
Babe, it's October. You have 12 other months. That's wrong.
Just
11
remember
other
this
months
when I
in
want to
the
do
year.
a poop story. And you're like, not everyone likes that. Not everyone likes this either, okay?
Yeah, it's a salad.
You're right. It's a poop salad. It's a spooky poop salad.
Lots of corn.
Okay. Hey, happy counselors. This tale took place at a summer camp, but not as a camper, but as the head of the camp.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, counselor.
We can
energy.
relate. We can relate.
The year was 2017. Beautiful year. The song Despacito playing on repeat in the background by all campers as they spun their little fidget spinners out of control
Oh my God.
I know. Way to set a real visual of what 2017 was. That's how you really make a mark.
Did you ever have a fidget spinner?
No, because I was grown.
Oh, I had one.
I was what, 22?
I was 10. So like when you spun them and you went like this, it felt crazy.
I used to, anytime someone would have one, I would grab it. I never purchased one. Maybe I was broke.
I had one.
But I did have Spotify Premium so I could listen to Despacito with no ads.
I have not seen a fidget spinner in so long. Wow, that took me back. Great job.
This wasn't a stereotypical summer camp, but more of a 4-day youth leadership conference happening for high school students at a local university. This is so me core. I went to the very same camp in 2009 as a wee high school sophomore and have been returning to volunteer my time ever since. Did you ever do like that kind of like, I was in Key Club. I didn't do Amnesty International, but I wanted to.
We've talked about this years ago, but what the fuck is Key Club? Y'all
It's
making
community
keys?
service club, and you don't actually give back your time, and that's why you wouldn't understand.
Why is it called Key Club? Do you get a key to the city? Is there a locksmith involved?
Yeah, joke about community service. Keep going. Let's hear it.
I
Let's hear your
volunteered
bits.
at a kitchen.
Which one?
The one upstairs.
Okay. We'll volunteer at our first campus kitchen because her meal prep's gone.
Okay.
Hey, but now as a 24-year-old, I found myself as the chair of the entire camp. I've never been the chair of anything.
I'm sitting in one right now.
I spent all year preparing for the arrival of 160 campers. Girl, try 40,000. Next. To lug their pillow pets into their very first dorm room and have their parents snap pictures in front of their bunks. That's cute. And really, most of the 4 days went off without a hitch. Very high BFF forever energy within their small groups. Oh my God, never forget who your small groups are. Like, did you ever have a small group in anything?
Yeah.
That's so church coded.
Yeah. I had CCD.
Okay, so no. And they were truly learning a lot and making some incredible plans to create positive change in their own communities
Through
and
the power of
schools
Christ.
after returning home. I know this is giving religious, and that's okay if it is, girl. But then Saturday rolled around.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Saturday is my favorite day of camp because this is activity day. For my camp, this was like field day. Watch, ready? We go on a field trip to do high energy service projects.
Oh, this is when we crank it the fuck up.
Yeah, you give those kids
sorry.
a half calf, decaf, and they go nuts. Do some of the most meaningful activities and throw a surprise dance at the end of the night where the teenagers can shake their yabos with their new pals.
Oh, that's fun. Like everybody rolls up. It's like, I'm not telling you what it is, but put something nice on. Wear your favorite t-shirt. Make sure it's clean. Put on deodorant. And meet us in the mess hall.
Okay, so being a nonprofit camp, we were also cheap AF, working within our budget. So instead of even eating at the campus cafeteria, we ordered meals in for everyone. Our favorite go-to? Smart. Little Caesars hot and ready pizzas before inflation hit, and they were always $5.
Are they not anymore?
I haven't had Little Caesars in well over 6-7 years, but back in 2017 when I was in the struggle of it all, $5 hot and ready. You couldn't beat it.
I have
They're good.
never had a little Caesars
Pizza. It's not a pizza you really want long term.
No, but it's like I've seen the commercials and I've seen those close-ups and I know that it's not going to be like that in real life.
No.
I need to taste it.
You would actually, and I know you, and I know what kind of pizza you like. You would enjoy it. They just like don't reheat that well. They're not like a pizza you grab 3 hours later. Like you really got to eat it hot. It's like
for
fast food.
$5. Like I will.
I know you would actually. I actually know you, and you would like it. So one of my best friends.
I actually know you.
No, I know your palate for sure. One of my best friends, Trinity, who I met at said camp as a camper in 2009, you have permission to use her name, was in charge of planning and ordering meals. When I looked at the clock, I saw the time had come to go greet the delivery drivers to grab the pizzas for dinner. But when I walked outside, I saw a car pull up filled with pizza boxes, followed by another one and another one. 3 cars full of pizza.
Girl.
Allow me to remind you that we have 160 campers and volunteer staff members. We had probably 50 staff members. So 160 plus 50, 210 people. So you're thinking 2 slices of pizza divided by 8, carry the 6. I would order
400 slices.
Yeah. So then I don't know. I need to calculate right now. I immediately called Trinity. how many pizzas did you order from Little Caesars? In true Trinity fashion, made that a TV show.
True Trinity fashion.
True faith jewelry. She goes into logistics go mode. Trinity went logistics go mode.
What does that mean?
Whips out her laptop and pulled out the order confirmation email. Oh no. I think when I was doing the math at like midnight placing the order, I wrote down the number 420. Haha. As in everyone gets 2 slices. That would be 420 slices needed. But I think I may accidentally ordered 420 pizzas.
Oh, not me doing the math. I'm like 420 times. That's 420 pizzas.
No, divided by 2. Watch.
Why? How many slices are in a pizza?
Divided by 8. Divided by 8. I'm
divided.
sorry.
No,
Right.
It's multiplied by 8.
No, divided.
No, babe. It's 420 pizzas, and each pizza is
Times-
multiplied by 8.
Multiply by 8 and see what you got.
420 pizzas times 8 slices per one pizza.
This is the worst math I've ever heard.
3,360 slices of pizza.
No, Jonathan.
Yes, Zachariah.
420 slices divided by 8.
Oh, this is what she meant to order, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
No, because you're
420
remember, no
divided
one's...
by 8. No, I'm finding the truth of the matter. So that's 52.5,
That's how
obviously.
many pizzas she needed.
Okay, so we needed 52. We got 3,000.
No, we got 300. No
Oh
one
my
did your
God.
numbers. No one did what you did. You did your own math, and we're going to get back to the
Girls,
story.
Are you on your spreadsheets? Help me.
Yeah, now we need the spreadsheet girls. Now the corporate girlies are not scared anymore. They're hungry. Okay, so 420 pizzas are showing up. I quickly tried to troubleshoot and realized I had attempted to convince the floppy-haired, underpaid Ford Fiesta driving delivery driver. Okay, don't say that because you know I was driving a Ford Fiesta in 2017.
But she's like, I saw the car. It's for real.
To pretty please return most of the pizza. Because now you're in trouble because you can't do that.
I know. What are you going to do?
I don't remember what exactly I said, but I do remember his reply of, we still have 120 pizzas back at the store for you.
No.
And me hearing it as I stare at not 1, not 2, but 3 back seats piled high with soggy, hot, and ready cardboard boxes. The nice delivery driver called the manager, who agreed to keep the remaining 120 pizzas for hot and readies. But the other 300, they were ours to pay for, carry, and eat. One small detail I forgot to mention is that activity the campers were doing at the time was literally called the Hunger Banquet, which I did this. I did like the 30-hour famine. The activity is now realized decently problematic, but there's a story for another time. Oh, that activity is now a simulation of food insecurity and poverty. We've now come to realize that this is like really problematic and we shouldn't be doing this. But I did this as a kid too. Don't eat for 30 hours to simulate poverty. It's like, that's really not the best way to go
I feel like we
this.
could probably do something else. But
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure you can understand it.
We've grown. So campers were randomly assigned different colors of paper and were fed different meals depending on their slips of papers, fully believing this was dinner. You guys took it another step problematic for sure.
I'm sure there's another activity we could have done that was like fun.
Listen, emotions were high among these already hormonal teenagers. So when they had to dismiss for real dinner, they saw the pizza pyramid. We saw it all. Tears from distressed girls, football bros ecstatic that they could take their entire pizzas for dinner, angry rants and questions from others. There's just chaos. The kids are like, they're hungry. They're looking at the pizza. They're like, what the hell is going on?
They're like, this is the best famine ever.
The small group leaders did their best to lead discussions about the mishap, and I did my best to stress that we were not making light of people going through real hunger. Oh my God, that's so true.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is like not a way to celebrate.
And figure out what to do with easily over 200 leftover pizzas was a leadership activity in itself. Yeah, that's a lot of pizza. The fire department came out to the rescue. It only took 5 for their shift. Like, boys, eat up. We called the shelter down the street, who said they could take a few more. We even hand delivered a pizza to student workers DJing our dance. Well, that's the least you could do.
Yeah,
Like-
we're like, we'll give you a slice.
He's like, just give pizzas to everybody. Everyone gets their own pizza. And in the end, our junior volunteers, there's a lot of tears here. In the end, our junior volunteers seemed to find plenty to do with the pizzas. We'd find them under couches of our volunteer lounge, in cabinets, in each other's dorm rooms. Well, this is
What the fuck? At this point, it's just like,
this is
why
an
are you hiding the pizzas? You can't, like...
Now we're getting rats. This actually is making it harder. Now I'm angry. These are the junior volunteers.
We have so many pizzas, we don't know what to do with them. Literally, that is them because they don't know what to do with them.
This is just like such camp behavior. Like everyone's just like
Silly
being
and
wackadoo.
weird. No, it is wackadoodle time.
Since then, both Trinity and I have used this experience in job interviews to show our problem solving, resourcefulness, and crisis management skills. So, fellow campers, when life gives you 420 pizzas, take an extra piece. Call it a leadership activity, and please don't hide it under the couch. Sincerely, still haunted by Hot and Ready and Cabin 5. P.S. If any campers are hungry, I left stacks of pizza by the foosball table in the rec hall. P.S.S. Trinity is a professional event planner now and never does math or places food orders for groups of 200 after midnight, and specializes in retreats and literally plans group retreat hikes in different national parks if you do want to talk to somebody about getting an actual camp going, which please do.
Oh, wait, that's like so true to the roots of 2017. I love that. That's amazing.
We really
honestly.
stuck through it all.
That is just so typically That's typically Trinity. And you know what? The one thought that I was having as these cars are pulling up, because clearly it took 3 employees, which means everyone in this restaurant knows what's going on. It's all hands on deck. We're low on sauce. We're low on cheese. Why did a manager not call to clarify? Don't you think that's a little odd? Because anybody can place an order that's massive. So
I think we gotta stop placing blame on the restaurant workers for doing their job correctly.
No, management. No, I'm not the delivery people. But I'm like, you're going through all this. You want to.
That's a big order to
You
not
also
call
don't
confirm.
have the money up front, so it's like you're banking on like it not being a prank by kids.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just really hung up on that we had a Trinity and a Tristan today.
No, oh my God,
Two
Trinity
teenage-
and Tristan.
Trinity and Tristan. That's our alter egos. You're so Trinity.
Really quick before we sign off, I am going to crunch one more number. So it was 420 pizzas times $5 per pizza. Do you want to guess how much money they had to spend?
I
You
saw
already
this-
peeped.
I saw the screen. Just tell the campers.
2,100.
Not that bad for 420 pizzas.
And I got a text from my mom.
We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode.
Yes, please give us a 5-star rating and review anywhere you can. Who is hungry? Like, I deadass want some pizza right now.
Me too. Let's go get a slice. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you next week. We'll see you forever. And with that being said, lights out, campers.